Boom! Discernment. I've been getting comments on YouTube and TikTok saying things like, he's one of them, or I don't trust any of them anymore, sometimes referring to Mr. T and sometimes referring to others. As a respondent of such comments, I'd like to preface this by saying I will try to see where they're coming from, but also realizing that for now, number one, there are always haters, whether it's in their nature due to the way they were raised, or number two, they were one of those who are paid to spread lies, division, misdirection, and manipulation. Now then, on to the response. I can see where people may get the idea, especially when it comes to Mr. T allegedly being on Perv Island. But before we judge, let's consider a few things. Like number one, how do we know he wasn't specifically there collecting evidence or playing the part to give them more rope, if you know what I mean, and the like? Number two, we should look at what people do on the norm, not just focus on accusations. And you're not going to see the good in the mainstream media. You have to look deeper, as the mainstream media and the bad dudes are very good at sprinkling the truth in with their lies. And they don't follow the rules. And number three, God/source is first and foremost unconditional love. And that certainly includes forgiveness therein. So God doesn't always pick the perfect person in the eyes of the public. He picks the best one for the job, despite their flaws, and offers forgiveness. And when God talks to you, you listen and never hesitate. Number four, now I understand the fight or flight feeling as well as knowing not to trust as being a favorable survival tool, especially considered where we come from and what we have been through in this and many past lives. But we should realize that we're firmly entrenched in the Great Awakening and steadily approaching the Ascension, and for some, they're already there. Whether you call it the second coming of Christ, the return of the Mashiach, the final flash, the age of Aquarius, the base truth is the same. The darkness must finally concede to the light. So we can expect good things to happen from now on, although it may appear to get worse before it gets better. It's time. It's time to empty the cup, unlearn the old, and relearn the new. It's time to seek the stillness, meditate, and go within. It's time to ground and be grateful. It's time to slow down, trust, and allow things to happen. It's time to celebrate and be joyful. It's time to detox and eat healthy. Lots of fruits, veggies, nuts, berries, and seeds, and stay away from meats and dairy, fast foods, and processed foods. It's time to heal those old wounds and deal with those demons. It's time to tear down your walls and build boundaries in their place. And finally, it's time to find balance with everything. And yeah, how we think and who we trust and why, which brings us back around to discernment, as it's a very important tool to navigate the shit show that currently surrounds us in the old controlled 3D reality. But more importantly, it's time to find balance and love within ourselves, the God within each of us, and with Father, Mother Earth, and all life upon it, as we are all one. And becoming the one is how you escape the 3D false matrix reality, and no longer have to deal with it. I'm Will, and this was InfoPrism.